What is up, everyone? Here's your boy Razorback Sport. Welcome back to another SEC schedule prediction. Next up, we're doing Mississippi State, a team that finished 7-5 last year, 7-6 last year into a loss to a bowl game. But this year is going to be a question mark for this team. We don't know what this Mississippi State team will look like this year. To me, this year, I don't know what this team will look like, to be honest. I don't know what this team's going to look like. But let's get on with the predictions. They start out at home against Memphis. Mississippi State will be looking for revenge after that big loss, after last year's controversial loss on the road. And Memphis, I think they're losing talent, and it is at home, so I think Mississippi State gets the job done there. I think they get revenge. They get revenge against Memphis, start at 1-0 on a new year. Then they go on the road at Arizona, a Pac-12 team. Yeah, I'm glad that Mississippi State's going on the road at Pac-12 team. But to Arizona is not really a good team. But they're getting better. They're a decent quality team. I think they're getting better, but I just don't see Arizona beating Mississippi State. I think Mississippi State gets the job done on the road. And then they go on the road at LSU. And the LSU Tigers, they're losing Max Johnson. They're bringing in Brian Kelly as head coach. They're bringing him some talent. And Will Rogers I think that Mike Leach's team will have some confidence, but I think LSU's just more talented on that side of the ball, and I'm going to get the edge to LSU there. Give Mississippi State its first loss of the season. Then they get Bowling Green. At home. Let's be honest. Bowling Green's not going to be much of trouble for Mississippi State. I think Mississippi State should edge that one out. Then they are 3-1, heading into Texas to the Texas A&M game. Texas A&M last year, Mississippi State went on the road and beat Texas A&M. Now they're coming into Davis-Wade Stadium. Texas A&M is going to be a young team this year, and I think Mississippi State gets Texas A&M again, starting out 4-1, and then the schedule gets tough. They get Arkansas next. The Razorbacks are losing Treylon Burks, but they're bringing in a lot of talent from the transfer portal. They're bringing in a lot of talent, and obviously, but it is at home, and I think Arkansas is on upset alert on this game. I think Mississippi State has a chance to beat Arkansas, but I'm going to give the slight edge to Arkansas there. I think Arkansas is just too much of a good team for Mississippi State to handle, so I'm giving the Razorbacks the win right there, dropping Mississippi State's record to 4-2. Then they go on the road to face off Kentucky. I don't know what this Kentucky team will look like at the end of the this Kentucky team is bringing in a lot of talent. Will Levis is coming back at quarterback. Obviously, I think this Kentucky team has a chance to become really great. And obviously, I just don't see Mississippi State going on the road, getting a win over Kentucky. Kentucky is just a good team. I'm sorry. Then they go on the road to Alabama. Alabama's just going to be Alabama. I give Mississippi. It's a loss there. And then they get Auburn at home. Auburn is losing a lot of talent last year. They're losing Bo Nix to the transfer portal. We don't know who's going to start at quarterback, but I think this is one of those random. Auburn will somehow be upset a good team, and I think Auburn's going to get y'all there. Sorry, Mississippi State fans, but I think Auburn is just going to win that game. Then they get Georgia at home. Georgia is losing some talent to the NFL, but let's be honest, it's Georgia. So now you're at 4-6. Now it's really desperation time. What will Mississippi State do? Well, the good news is you got to win 2 more to get to a bowl game. The good news is you get East Tennessee State. I think you will get that win easily. And then the final road game is going to go on the road to Ole Miss. So this is a great Ole Miss team that should be really good coming into next year. coming into next year, I think this should be a really good Ole Miss team. And I think Ole Miss is going to overlook opponent. And you know what? I think Mississippi State will upset Ole Miss. I think Ole Miss is going to overlook this game. And I think Mississippi State will get the win. That means the Bulldogs will be heading bowling this year at 6-6, 2-6. This is a team that I don't know what's going to go on this year. They're getting Will Rogers back. That's really good, but I just don't know what this team is going to look like this year. If they're going to be good, they're going to be bad, and they're going to be bad. It's just mixed in the middle. I don't know what they're going to look like this year. But I say 6-6 for the Bulldogs.